Good day, Tamers. Welcome back to some more exciting news with me, Gita Swiftly. If you are part of the Ultimate Cup coming in the next few days, for those of you who didn't make it into Worlds, I know how you feel. We did get a new type of rules. So essentially, you've got into strictly colours. So no splashing here. You red, purple, yellow, green, blue, security control. But we'll just go with it. Ultimate Cup 2023, March to April modified rules. Single colour deck building. Players must construct a deck and a digi-egg deck using cards of only one colour. Multicolour cards with a matching colour are also legal for this. See additional restricted lists below for card legality. This is really interesting because they've made their own ban list for this and also limited list. But specifically single colour cards or certain decks are obviously just very good because they're like the best in their own colour archetype. For instance, Bloomlord, very good. It's just a green deck. Grandis would have been good, but as you can see, you know, promo Grand Quag is down to 1. To be fair, though, yellow purple decks aren't going to be very good this format, especially if it's Masty variant, because you're having to do a very weird version. So you can run the purple yellow cats from BT9 to get the deck to work, but Chaos Degradation is down to 1. Everyone will say it's not a problem. It's obviously a problem for this format, apparently. Ban cards are also the Wergrimon from BT9 is at 0, which I kind of understand, but personally I think it's the promo that's the issue here, because getting extra swings off for just not dying is ridiculously strong. Defects to 0. It makes more sense in this format because you're not flooding the field with 60,000 Tamers. So there's no so what is it? So basically, there's no Cool Boys, and there's no X-Heart, Blue Flare, or Bagra Army, or Twilights. But they can't be played. No, you can play Dark Knight stuff still, but you can't play like a lot of the other like purple that mixes with black, and you want to use both colours. It's just really awkward. So like they're not really being used now. And then Cerberus Werewolf mode, I understand this is because obviously they don't want people just looping Minerva constantly, so just loop, 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 loop. And it's really annoying for people to deal with. So this makes sense that you obviously want to take the strongest decks that would be really good in this format taken out. But at the same time, Def X would only be good in 2 decks, and that I think would be Dark Knights and in D Brigade. But at the same time, you don't want to give those decks an unfair advantage compared to every other deck. Despite the fact that every deck that's really good right now, which would be like Bloomlord, or D Brigade, is a going wide deck, which means that you definitely would want Defex in your format. So it is a bit awkward. I do like the idea that something differently. I wish they would have announced this maybe a couple of weeks ago, so that way people don't have to go like, oh, I have my X Hearts deck ready to go for next Saturday, and then just dropped yesterday, and it was like, I don't have time to get a new deck ready and playtest and do all the little bits and bobs I need to do. Luckily, a lot of the single colour decks are very straightforward. Oh, it's green. Swing. It's red. Swing. Did it implode on the security? No. Good job. So yeah, it can be quite awkward. But that is where we are for this. Now we also have the Ultimate Cup 2023 Mulligan rules, which is the Mulligan rules will also be enabled for both online and offline play. I do like this, but obviously for those of you who aren't 100% sure of your opponent, keep an eye on their hand before they start flicking around through cards. The Ultimate Cup events as followed. After players have placed their security and draw their starting hand, they may review their hand and mulligan. So make sure you just put your security out first. It does happen when people forget to put their security out, so make sure you put your security out first, and then you draw your hand. You may check your hand and go, I have my 5 starting cards. I physically can't use these at all. Is it going to make me a worse player or a better player if I just put these 5 to the bottom? You decide. If you want to, you put the 5 to the bottom without looking at the bottom of your deck, and then draw 5 new cards. To mulligan, place all your cards in your hand to the bottom of your deck. Do not shuffle. This is very important. If you start shuffling and your opponent sees that you shuffle, they will call it judging you, and I'm pretty sure you will get a game loss for not obeying the basic rules of do not shuffle. And do not replace your security. Do not give yourself 10 security. I've heard about that before as well. Draw 5 new cards on top of your deck, and then that's it. You get 1 mulligan per game. This isn't like Pokemon. This isn't like Magic where you can just keep like mulligan until you get an opening hand. That's it. And there are no side decks for this event. Now, personally speaking, I would have liked a side deck with normal stuff. That's because I was running Masty, and Masty has like very good floodgates. Just like I'm gonna run 8B, I'm gonna run 8 rookies. Depending on my matchup, I know what rookies to put in or take out, and you go from there. Now we also have 2023 regional news, and this is the competitive Digimon card game events ascend to the next level with the regionals. During the events, for exclusive 2023 championship promotional items and cards, North American players have the chance to win a coveted finals invite. More information on the 2023 championship season will be announced soon. But now, save the date and start participating for these events. So, if you are an American citizen or I think it's just North America, so with me. If you play anywhere else in the world, regionals are your lowest tier competition, which sounds awful because for America, they're actually your highest tier competition. Ultimate Cup up until now was the rest of the world's benchmark for what a good competition is because you got really good pricing and the events felt very competitive because you want the good pricing. Whereas regionals, your good pricing is you get your finals ticket. You don't get that outside. So for us, regionals has always been really weird. Although the pricing for this is actually fairly good, just for participations. Pricing deals are subject to change. Playmat designs, which we haven't seen the designs yet. Pricing and amounts may differ depending on country or region. Final championship invites for North American only, which is always probably what it's going to be. Final champions outside of America are open finals. Details to be announced. If they're in Birmingham, I'm going, guys. Vlog number 2 took a year to do. You can see Gaza Magica, April 8th. Core TCG, April 23rd. Top Cut, 22nd. Core TCG again, May 13th. Local events, May 27th. PPG, May 27th. So one is online, and well, this doesn't actually say, so I'm going to presume because it says here it's hotels, so it's also going to be offline. So that's not bad. So people do get chances to do an online one and an offline one, which I think is really good because that was the issue for a lot of people, especially in Europe. Like, hey, we only get like one event per season, and you know, there's more than like 500 people that want to play. Latin America, unfortunately, you've only got the one currently. I don't know how it works for Latin America. I don't know if you can just drive to these and play. So don't quote me on that, as I don't want to like give someone the wrong information. Oceania, you got TAC Games, April 8th. That is in person. Ooh, Sydney. TAC Games, May 21st, online. So it's not so bad. So TAC's going to run 2. The Europe has Raid and Trade, April 1st, which is in person. I'm going to say Germany, I'm not too sure. April 1st, though, always a fun date for everyone. Raid and Trade online event will be the 23rd of April. So this is the weekend of BT12 format. Yeah, or is it the week before? Might be the week before. So this could be the last event of BT11 before we get into Hunters and the LZX winning the show. We do have the game trade distribution on May 13th to 14th. That is happening in Italy. We also have the Gameria Barcelona. I'm going to say this, it's Spain. So Spain, 21st of May. Raid and Trade will also be doing May 28th online as well. So for those of you who have more favourable like BT12 sort of meta decks in mind that you prefer over the, I'm going to presume now is end of BT11. You get chances. Also, enter both if you really want to. Pricing list here is the 2023 Championship deck case. I'm presuming it's the little flimsy plastic things that we had before, but it's nice to have something than nothing. You get the memory gauge, which at this point is very strange. Just give us a playmat. 2023 regional participation card set. We haven't seen this yet. This could be really interesting, depending on what they give us. And then Event Pack 4. Again, this is the first time Event Pack 4, I believe, is live. So we will see what we get very soon. Top 128, we get another Event Pack. Top 64, we get another Event Pack. Top 32, you get a finalist set, as well as another acrylic marker counter. So I don't know if you get like a little coin, maybe. That could be interesting, get a little coin. Top 16 is for NAs only. We get your finals invites. So for those 16 of you, good luck, have fun. Top 8, get another finalist set, that's 2. I don't know if it's going to work out like the last Tamers set we had, which was like 2 per pack. Then we have the top 2, which get a championship card set number 1, which is pretty good. Because normally number 2 is only lost to the person who wins. And then champion, so number uno, it's a championship card set, the champion playmat, as well as the booster box. Now, because this is 2023, we should get a new design anyway. As you should have seen, the original one, I believe, was Omnimon. Last year's, or technically this year's, is still All Force. Is all Paladin mode. So next year's could be Crimson mode. It depends what they want to do. It would make sense because that would be the big, like, overall powerful thing. And then next year's would be Susano if they were to carry on doing it next year. But that's all the news we have currently for this. I can't actually wait to see designs for this and see actually what we're getting in, like, Fan Pack 4, as well as what the deck box looks like. So, see you guys soon, and hopefully you guys have a great day. Peace out, goodbye, and sleep well when you get there. Bye.